Hello and thank you for watching the video. I'm just, let's see, at the current time I was recording this, I was doing some of the storing stripes, or yeah, stealing stripes, I should say, stealing stars, and getting some of the Enterprise, or Star Trek's items. So, as I'm going around getting a few things, one thing I'm just going to be going over is I got the ship Enterprise, a carrier, and I put the skin on and so forth. I also got the what was it? The US Voyager? Yeah, Voyager. Sorry. It's just one of those days. So I was just testing my luck, see how it was, and I do believe sometime around here I do get Enterprise, so I went for the skin. And looks like I got Enterprise here, so I didn't have to buy all sets. And then I go back out and go for the skin. So in a little bit here, we're going to be putting on a commander and pretty much showing what I'm going to do with the ship and what type of add-ons and upgrades I'll use. So I use Owner's King, put in a few commander booster flags. I just remember with premium ships, the skill point ones don't really do that much for you, in my opinion. That's just me. They're just like more decoration, just another booster to get the weekly. So we have the Helldiver, and what was it, Trouble? I gotta look at it again. Put on that skin, see how she looks. Oh, Avenger, that's right. That looks a lot nicer. Okay, so going to do the upgrades. Secondary booster, air. I rather restore the planes faster. On-boarding factory, yeah. So let's see, restoring is 32 seconds. Well, restoring for the, yeah, both the same. So I do that. Any other booster that could be helpful? I'll skip that one. Skip that one. Yeah, I'll just go with the booster flow. So it went from 32 to 27. So I'll get my planes back up in the air much faster. Okay, so I got standard A gun range. And yeah. Okay, so this will be my first time using Enterprise, done the recording and so forth. No Netherlands ships to worry about. All destroyers stuff for a fact, so that should be easy to spot anything and give my team a good helping hand. I didn't really pay too much attention at the time of the other team's carrier, but this flight wing looks pretty nice for the skin. Okay, get a little closer. Deploy my defense. And I accidentally flew into his defense squadron as well. I'm gonna drop a few torpedoes before they take me out. I'm gonna hide here by this island. Ooh, all hit, and I get some flooding. Looks like the two squadrons are actually taking each other out. I might be a tad bit too close. I'm going to target this rook, because I know from previous battles they're actually a pain in the butt to actually deal with. Should be just about right about there. Try to line up with his course. And we got one good hit. Now it does look like out of the 3 bombers, they dropped 2, so that's 6 bombs per plane. So that was only 1 strike out of 6. How about there? And that was a lot better. I got half the bomb hitting and 2 actually ricocheted. And I missed. And it's a Sing-Pan, so that's another US carrier that I'm dealing with. Now they have spotted me, so I gotta get out of here and find another location to hide out at.
Nice work. Stations, reporting the position of a strategic target. That was a great battle. That was a great battle.
Now, yes, I'm constantly looking at the map, but honestly, at this time, when I was playing, I wasn't really paying attention to the right flank. Didn't notice I only had 1 ship all the way over there. By this point, I'm like, wait, he's by himself. We lost 3 ships over there. So, at the rate we're going to lose Charlie. They're going to capture Delta, and we may lose more of our fleet. Now, all I'm doing at this point is delaying the inevitable of dying and so forth, because I know my teams,
Reporting a target.
yes, we have more ships, but everyone's on the last legs. They got more bases captured for a longer period of time, and about to stop us from gaining points on Charlie.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Destination reached. Autopilot mode disabled. Autopilot mode enabled.
At this point in time, I'm about to lose my carrier, so I'm going to do as much as I can to help my team keep Charlie. And yeah, it's not looking too great. I'm better off just getting the air group, in a way, maybe,
Pilot mode disabled.
and just go with bombers, because they're going to destroy my carrier any second now,
Autopilot mode enabled.
and it'll be 2 to 3. Now, the air group sees me, so he's probably going to bomb my carrier and take it out of business. Yeah, I see that. Nothing I can do. And I'm looking for that carrier to try to help my team. I'm down to 136, so I'm barely hanging on. They don't see me now. I'm almost half fuel. Yeah, like I was saying, this team's almost done for. We were doing good in the beginning, but they did better keeping their carrier more secure. And, well, that was a complete mess. I mean, most carriers I play, I'm barely hitting 30,000. This is like the best. And I just lost my carrier. Now if I can get one more good hit, that's probably the best I'm going to get. Nothing. Yeah, penetration but no damage. Well, lemon on head. Not bad, not bad. Okay. I'm going to skip to the end here. Okay, so the results. This was like, even with a defeat, I got a great deal of return back. If I had won, I would have got, what, 2 to 3 times more? Okay, this time we're going to be doing the USS Voyager. I'm going to try to squeeze in about 2 or 3 videos of me fighting with her. And one thing I found out quite fast while playing with the Voyager is you hit everyone else's citadels quite easily, especially if you like have a, say, 35 to a straight on side of the ship of hitting the citadel. So this will easily complete any citadel challenge you might be facing. This is the only recommendation you're going to see me have for the ship, because it's only going to have AP, there's no HE, or high explosive I should say. There's no torpedo tubes, nothing of that. And quite honestly, its AA is 5.4, not too bad. It On the other hand, I'm looking at this, it has a fair amount of AA guns, but I've done the review video of this before, and they're not really at that 5.2. They're more of, I believe it was 3.5? So, yeah, there's a lot to be desired about this ship. So, pretty much I'm going to be quiet and let this continue on. This, I believe, out of 3 videos is my best battle, but I still am more a heavy secondary range battleship type of player. So for me to be a little bit more out of my element with the cruiser, I didn't do bad. Now, at the time, I didn't get a chance to switch out the smoke for radar because I particularly like radar systems, especially when I'm dealing with a destroyer. And yeah.
We've been spotted.
Enemy force sighted on the horizon.
Intelligence data. Smoke generator started. Get back! Get back! All forces, capture that area. Get back! Get back! Target penetrated. Smoke screen set. Concentrate fire on the designated target. Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
Enemy cruiser foundered. Off to a great
Torpedoes to
start.
starboard. Torpedoes to starboard. Torpedoes to starboard. Torpedoes astern. Engine boost deactivated.
Our team has taken the lead.
I owe you one. We've been spotted! All stations, proceed to capture that area. Concentrate fire on the enemy warship. The ship is on fire! Problem solved, sir. Let's give them hold below the waterline. We're flooding quickly.
Yeah, I'm not going to love too long with this ship. She's flooding. There she goes. Hydro canvas 4234. Good job. Especially since you're using a legendary Soviet destroyer, they are easy to find. And the results are not too bad. Even for losing teams. Came up second. So, sorry about that. As you can tell, I'm still working with the smoke screen, trying to make sense of it. I mean, I did somewhat okay on the first battle, but my luck is eventually going to run out, especially when I got 3 destroyers, 3 carriers, and a... Oh wait, 3 cruisers, I should say, sorry, and 1 carrier. So, yeah, I do not see... Oh no, there's a Harlem. That's another... That's a Netherlands ship. Great. With my luck, I'll come up face to face with him. I think I do. So this may be a very short battle.
Enemy force sighted on the horizon.
We've been spotted.
Attention. Reporting the target position. Anti-aircraft gun crews are on full alert. Smoke generator started. Anti-aircraft gun crews are on normal alert. Smoke screen set. Concentrate fire on the designated target. Engine boost activated. Concentrate fire on the designated target. Let's give them a hard time.
Okay, I know I'm going down, but I'm going to try and make it as easy as I can with my team.
Problem solved, sir.
We got 2 of the destroyers, so if I can help take this guy out, should reduce the pressure. No. Alright, taken out by Sodor, I believe, what? Russian? Okay, I know I should have shown all the stats at the beginning and so forth, but I'm just working with a one upgrade, switching it over to sonar, and using a speed booster, or engine booster, I should say, sorry. And yeah, but she does go at 34 knots, not much difference to a battleship. And I just gotta watch out for my sides, if anything. So, let's get into it and see how well I do with the new setup. I mean, yeah, she should be a sticky shot, but if you don't have that engine booster, that main first one doesn't really count. And I do believe this is a so-so battle. I mean, I got one destroyer, three cruisers, and the rest are battleships. So I might do good, I might not. But the thing is, if you're going to use that smoke screen, you're going to need another teammate to be your spotter. And that's what I lucked out in the first time using this ship at the beginning. So, yeah.
Battle starts.
I can already tell I got a destroyer on my side. He's already, well, he technically has me located by his little compass, but still that tells me in return that I can expect a dicey situation. So I should use the island itself as cover and avoid his torpedoes that way. Now I'm not just going to hide behind an island. I'm actually going to help my team and try to cap A. I'm just doing it the long way around, going nice and slow. That way it gives me an idea. Yeah, he's asking for help. Yeah, I get that, man. One thing I will say, I do wish instead of a AA booster, if we could have sonar on this ship. Or the option to switch over. That's all my grievances about the ship. Because it really does remind me of a United Kingdom ship. Because they usually, on one particular tech tree, they only have the AP rounds. So, yeah. Okay. There's Iowa.
Anti-aircraft gun crews are on full alert.
Enemy battleship detected.
And, ooh, I lucked out. My teammate is actually using a smoke screen, so I'm going to try hide with them and actually attack the Iowa that way. Now, this happens a few times since a certain update, I believe, during the last 2 years I wasn't on the game, is if you start shooting behind the smoke screen, you still get spotted, even though there's a smoke screen in between you and the enemy ship. Okay, must not be close enough for the spotting that destroyer. But also, since that one particular update, I'm guessing, if you're using a battleship, you're still going to get spotted if you open fire. That's why I always max out my secondaries. If I have a smoke screen to go into, my secondaries don't get me spotted. That's one thing I do love about it. Okay, we almost have him gone. I'm going to try to jump into A and look for the destroyer. He has to be on the other side, or running. And B. Pilato, I believe that's Italian. Okay, so we got that Norwegian, or is it? Yeah. Netherlands ship is actually destroying me. I think Salem, that's the one we gotta destroy. Yeah, they got me. Okay, so they got me. Have a nice day, and thank you for watching the video.